I'm saying,
Okay.
but
What
yeah, that,
what would you say? Like you said, you've been in the game for 30 years so far.
mhm.
What would you say was your highest point and what's been your lowest point within your 30 years of being a producer and putting out, the hit records and the relationships and shit like that within the industry?
The highest point is after the DMX record dropped. The What's
Okay.
My Name. Now, mind you, I had did Onyx before that, Cocoa Brothers before that. I did
Right.
um, uh, uh, Rock and Rock because they was in the boot camp clique with Smith
Right.
and Wesson. I did 7 joints on there too, by the way, too.
Right.
And mind you, the price started at 5 and then started going to 7, 10, 12, 15 per
Right.
track. And I had got up to 50,000 per track.
Right.
One track.
That's some good money there.
Yeah, and then the publishing that was coming in from the records, but the highest was when I got to the DMX joint, and there's times, and I lived in Harlem at the time, and there's times I used to come and just check my mailbox, and there'd be a check for 80 grand,
Right.
90 grand. I'm like, what the fuck? Fresh out of prison, nigga. I'm like, and that wasn't even placement money, that was publishing bread.
Right.
So I'm still getting placements and all that. And I had bought Range Rovers, Hummers, all kinds of dumb shit. And like I said, if you ain't smart, and I wasn't because I was fresh out the thing, I'm just running in the thing.
Running through it. Right.
And I thought that it would last forever. But the key and what I notice now is the music business is going to evolve every about 10 years. They start evolving to different things, right?
Right.
So I thought it would last forever, and then I got my own artist, and then my artist this is my lowest right now. Actually, I said the lowest is when I had got my artist, and I said, okay, well, I'm making all these placements to all these A-list artists. I need to and I started watching Dre and the rest of them, and was like, okay, these dudes got signature artists.
Right.
Because Dre had Snoop, he had the Dog Pound, he had all that stuff. Then Timbaland had Missy, and then fucking the Pharrell and them was coming out, and they had Nori and the Clip and all that. Really, the Nori shit is what took Pharrell and them out the window because it started. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm looking and seeing how these good producers got one artist that had their signature sound and would put out, and it'd be better. So I said, I need to find me an artist in this thing. Long story short, I had a bidding war for an artist that I had. Universal gave us $2 million for my artist. My artist was a boxer at the time too. And then something had happened a couple of months later. I had mixed and mastered the whole album. And then he got into a fight with one of the dudes that did promotions and marketing at Universal, knocked him out, and they dropped my deal.
Wow.
So it was a $2 million deal. I was loose with my bread. So I was down to zero zero meaning like about 100 grand or some shit at the time.
Right.
And then that happened. And the next week they were supposed to write me a check for $1 million. So I'm like, oh, I'm all right, before the incident happened. So I'm spending money, traveling, doing all the shit, taking care of my team, all kinds of shit. And then that happened. They dropped the deal and left us and said, here's 50,000, bye.
Kick rocks.
So now I had stopped doing placements because I had picked up my own artist.
Right.
Because I wanted to keep the best beats for him.
Right.
So that I could make that pop. So now niggas was hitting me like, Self, we need tracks. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got my own artist. So niggas is kind of like, okay, Self is out of here. Leave that nigga alone. Let's find somebody else. And then
should have been
I should have been still making placements.
Right.
But I'm thinking that this will never go nowhere. But he did that. They gave us 50 grand. They and this is a long story to that too. Before that, before this nigga knocked the nigga out, you would be able to walk in the Def Jam building, Universal building, Sony building. There was no security. You could just walk in and go up.
So he's the reason for security now.
Why the security? They put his face on every record label, and because I wasn't there when he did it, but because he was my artist,
it fell back on you.
It fell back on me.
Right
now, it's like at the lowest. Now I done bought this big ass crib in Jersey. I got kids. I got a whole thing, but I'm reckless. Still, I'm just running around spending money. I was.
Oh, you thought you was BMF? I'm blowing money fast.
I thought I was fucking BMF or something, but
right.
That shit, the money ran down. I lost my family, lost access to everything. I hit rock bottom. I started drinking heavy, drugging heavy,
right,
and I just wanted to die. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I went through a whole depression state. I got locked up. Went to Rikers Island for DWI. I had 5 of them shits. Like I just was spiraling into a hole.
But you know what? Not to interrupt you, I would imagine that having that type of money come so fast and then to turn around and not be able to support your lifestyle and touch that type of money and lose it. I think that's definitely enough to go in, to a depression. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely. I went into a real. I'll tell you, depression is real. For niggas that don't think it is, I know for a fact. Like, and the only thing that saved me was going to I went to a 30-day alcohol program.
Right.
And when I sat on the island, after the alcohol program, I got locked up again for the same shit for DWI again. They took me in front of the same judge and just said, "Oh, you think shit's sweet."
Right. Whole list.
That nigga, they was trying to give me 4 years, but I ended up getting, with my money, the last bit of the money, getting the lawyer to get me down to 6 months on the island.
Wow, that's crazy.
Rikers Island for 6 months, and then I'm waking up every morning. I'm next to dope fiends and crackheads. I'm like, I go from having all of this
to being on the island. It's crazy.
To sleeping next to a nigga that smell like the sewer.
That's wild.
And it that's what woke me up, and I started fixing myself after that.
Well, you seem to be done bounced back and got back on track. I'm glad that you overcame your depression.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said the island shit woke me up. It was like, I'm not supposed to be around these type of people. Right. So when I got out the island, I left New York.
Which was probably one of the best things you did, huh?
And I came to Atlanta. And my cousin, who I'm actually with right now, his house, he was like, "Nah, come down here and stay with me." So I wouldn't even tell people who I was. Nobody knew.
What year was that you moved down to Atlanta?
Like, it was like 2006.
Okay. So I met you 7 years later?
You met me the second time I moved to Atlanta.
That was like 2015.
Yeah, after that. But I came to Atlanta, and then I wouldn't even tell people who I was. Right. I just wanted to forget the whole music shit, like leave that shit alone. So I started hustling again, doing the regular street shit again, and then I had another child.
Right.
And then I started reading self-help books like Power, The Laws of Attraction, shit like that. And that's what's been pulling me back and getting more spiritual. And it's been pulling me back. And that's what really saved me. When I just figured the past is the past, I got to go by what's happening now on.
Right.
I only control my future. I can't control the drunkenness, the fucking shit from the past. I did this and I lost.
Well, you're back and you're better now, nigga.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
You're back and you're better now.
I'm him.
Yeah, I know him. I want to cover a couple of more things. So real quick, coming up as a producer, give me 3 producers that you looked up to.
RZA, Dre, Timberland.
Super dope. I like that. Also, being in the industry, I'm pretty sure you've been on tours. You've been around the world. You've been amongst the celebrities. Who had you that popped off in that motherfucking industry?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Who had you done popped
I
off?
plead the fifth.
Okay, I like that.
You tried to
now. Yeah, I gotta try though. That's my job.
Absolutely.
It's Googleable. Google it. You'll see.
It's that's definitely my job. So real quick, let's get up to date. What do you have going on now?
I am a music executive. Like I said, I do executive producing for a bunch of artists. I consult. I have a film company where I did a movie that's on Amazon Prime right now. It's called The Third Wish. I did that back in Louisiana about 10 years ago. I'm working on some new movies now. I'm working on my own movie about my life story, like I just told y'all, and that's part of it.
Right.
I wrote the script, and I'm finishing writing the script now.
Right.
I executive produced for a show up at Shade 45, the station.
Shout out to PR.
With Coach PR. And I manage an artist named Five Mics.
Shout out to Five Mics, and I need that interview. Put it together ASAP. No Rocky.
I got you. Five Mics, and that's basically it. I narrowed it down where I don't put too much on my plate. So my radio station stuff, my film stuff, and the managing the Five Mics for now. I don't need no more artists. One is enough, and while I can juggle that while I'm at the radio station and I'm doing my own movies and stuff.
That's super dope. So let me say this real quick. We're gonna go to a short little break. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna come back and pick up on this interview. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. We're coming right back with the second part of this interview. Like, share, subscribe, the vibe, the Blockcast. And we'll be right back at y'all.
Facts. You now vibing on the block. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep that notification bell on. Hit them links below. Stay tuned to the next episode, part 3. Super producer Chef. And we're going to keep that heat coming for y'all.
Like a banjo, I might play like a banjo, or I might play like piano, cause I got a bitch from Orlando, and she might be cool, she a fan though. Hey, and I got a bitch from Augusta, she don't wanna fuck on Russia, and she set me up on bust her, yeah, I'm a buster like a gusher. And I got a bitch from Miami, she real cool, she a fan of me. I got a bitch from Miami, she real cool, she be fan of me. And I got a bitch from Kentucky, she bad, she in love with me. She bad, she be rubbing me, yeah, she be hugging me. And I got a bitch out of kissing me, but I don't like when she be kissing me, yeah, I don't like when she be dissing me, I don't need really much like an energy. And I got a bitch out in Tennessee, she black as hell, might be kidding me. And I got a bitch out in Houston, yeah, that hoe be stealing me boosting. And I got a bitch in Chicago, she probably think I'm an op though, but I really fuck with her pop though, he a big plug like Pablo. And I got a bitch out in Compton, but she like to call that shit bonding. And if we pull up then we startin', and we gon' pull up then we stuntin' down. And I like to pull up her sundress, yeah, I like to pull up her sundress. She let her rub her hands through my dress, she throwing her see why she give me head. And I like them hoes out in Texas, my favorite one be Alexis. She might pull up in a Lexus, she might pull up with my ex bitch, she might pull up with my next bitch. Her mind always on sex shit, her mind's always so sexy, so I might just give it a best dick. I got a bitch out in Charlotte, yeah, she got money, she ballin', yeah, she got money, she ballin'. She tryna take me to Boston, so we gon' ball like the Celtics. Then I'ma pull up on my next bitch, then I'ma pull up on the next bitch, then I'ma pull up on the next bitch. Got an ugly bitch, she from Washington, a whole lot like George Washington. And I got a hoe out in DC, she's texting me, she wanna see me. Yeah, I got a hoe out in DC, you know that a hoe real freaky, you know that a hoe wanna see me, and you know that the hoe she a freak for me. Oh, she a freak of D. Oh, she my sneaky link. Oh, she my sneaky link. I got a hoe for Savannah, but she don't fuck with Atlanta, and she tryna run them binds up. Yeah, I'm tryna run them binds up. And I got a hoe from Atlanta, but she don't fuck with Savannah. So when she go, she bring her hammer. Yeah, she bring her hammer. Got a hoe in Alabama, she tryna buy me the gamma. She told me life is a gamble, I might hold her up for ransom. That shit over.